In this world, intelligence is not enough. You can be educated, talented, compassionate, and hardworking, and still get manipulated, disrespected, and outplayed by people who understand the darker side of human nature. Because life doesn't reward innocence. It rewards awareness. It rewards strategy. It rewards strength. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this. So did the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. Two philosophies that seem opposite. But when combined, they create something powerful. Dangerous intelligence, the kind that protects you, elevates you, and makes you impossible to exploit. Today, we're going deep into 10 ruthless lessons that will make you dangerously smart in a world full of manipulation, ego, and power games. This is not about becoming cruel. It's about becoming aware, unmanipulable, focused, independent, strategic, calm in chaos, sharp in conversation, impossible to deceive. If you're ready to level up your mind, let's begin. Lesson 1. Never let people know what you're thinking. Machiavelli wrote, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him." But the deeper principle is this: if people can read your mind, they can control your life. Most people overshare. They expose their motives. They reveal their insecurities. They announce their plans like a public broadcast. And then they wonder why people sabotage them. Stoicism teaches emotional discipline. Machiavelli teaches strategic silence. When you combine them, you get a rule that will make you untouchable. Right, be warm, be polite, be social, but reveal almost nothing. This doesn't mean being mysterious for ego. It means being intentional. Say less. Observe more. Let people underestimate you. The less predictable you are, the harder it becomes for anyone to manipulate you. The Stoics believed that the mind should be a fortress. Machiavelli believed the same for survival. And here's the truth: people can only attack what they can see. Be a fog. A question mark. Let your silence be your shield. Lesson 2. Understand what motivates people. Here is one of the darkest truths from the Prince. People are driven by advantage, fear, or gain, rarely by loyalty. Stoicism says, don't expect virtue from the untrained. Most people react to incentives, not ideals. If you understand what moves people, you stop being surprised when they betray you, ghost you, ignore you, or take advantage. Because now you see the world clearly. Every human has a pressure point. Status, ego, validation, money, a fear, a comfort, admiration, insecurity, desire. When you understand people's drives, you stop taking their behavior personally. You become strategic, not emotional. The smart person asks, what does this person want? Not, why aren't they acting how I wish they would? This single mindset shift makes you unbeatable. Lesson 3. Don't try to be loved. Aim to be respected. Machiavelli is famous for saying this. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. But people misunderstand this. The meaning isn't be cruel. The meaning is, right, if you rely on love, you are weak. If you rely on respect, you are secure. Love is emotional. It shifts, it fades. It depends on conditions. Respect is structural. It is earned. It lasts. It builds authority. The Stoics also believed, do not concern yourself with the admiration of others. The truth is, people pleasers get used. Overly nice people get walked on. Those who just want to be liked become puppets to the crowd. But a person who demands respect through consistency, boundaries, and integrity. That person becomes immovable. You don't need fear. You don't need cruelty. You need strength, boundaries, decisiveness, self-respect that radiates outward. Respect builds stability. Love builds attachment. Choose respect first. Lesson 4. Control your emotions or others will. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Machiavelli said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." Both point to one idea. Right emotional control is the highest form of power. Most people explode, react, panic, or get pulled into drama. This makes them predictable, and predictable people are easy to manipulate. If someone can provoke you, they own you. If someone can trigger you, they steer you. If someone can emotionally influence you, they have power over you. Stoicism gives you the antidote. Pause before speaking. See emotions as passing clouds. Act from reason, not impulse. Respond only when it serves your higher goal. Machiavelli adds the strategic layer. Stay calm around aggressive people. Don't reveal anger. Don't reveal fear. Don't reveal desperation. Never let enemies see your weakness. Imagine a person who cannot be emotionally provoked, who doesn't flinch under pressure, who doesn't break under insult. That person becomes dangerous because nothing controls them. You become that person through discipline and observation. Lesson 5. Judge people by their actions, not their words. Machiavelli believed, men judge more by their eyes than by their hands. Meaning, people fall for appearances. The Stoics disagreed. They judged character by behavior, not speech. Here's the ruthless truth. Right words reveal intentions. Actions reveal reality. People can fake kindness. They can fake loyalty. They can fake effort, morals, values, love. But no one can fake patterns. Stop listening to what people claim. Watch what they do. If a person's actions contradict their promises, trust the actions. This single skill will save you years of heartbreak, confusion, and betrayal. Lesson 6. Become the calmest person in the room. Stoics believed, if you are disturbed, it is not the outside world, it is your judgment of it. Machiavelli wrote, the one who has control of himself has the advantage. Calmness is not passive. Calmness is strategic dominance. When you stay calm, people become unsure of your thoughts. You create psychological distance. You gain time to observe. You stop yourself from making emotional mistakes. You appear stronger, more competent, more in control. Calmness is a weapon. It intimidates manipulators. It confuses aggressors. It commands respect. The world belongs to the person who does not panic. Lesson 7. Not everyone deserves access to you. Machiavelli wrote about guarding your proximity. Familiarity breeds contempt. Stoics said you must protect your inner circle fiercely. Here's the ruthless truth. Right, you lose power the moment you let the wrong people get too close. People will drain your energy, waste your time, abuse your kindness, envy your progress, sabotage your opportunities, manipulate your emotions, secretly resent your growth. The solution is simple. Be selective. Be deliberate. Be slow to trust. Your time is a currency. Your energy is a currency. Your attention is a currency. If you give them away cheaply, you become cheap in the eyes of the world. You don't need many people. You need loyal, disciplined, grounded individuals who respect you. Lesson 8. Never be too attached to anything you can lose. The Stoics preached, everything is borrowed, expect nothing to last. Machiavelli taught rulers to avoid dependency. The combination forms a brutal but freeing reality. Right attachment creates weakness. Independence creates power. Be attached to your purpose, not your possessions. Be attached to your values, not people's opinions. Be attached to your mission, not temporary comfort. If you can lose something and it destroys you, then you never owned it. It owned you. Build a life where your finances aren't controlled by one source. Your identity isn't based on one relationship. Your self-worth isn't based on approval. Your stability isn't based on external conditions. The less you need, the more powerful you become. Lesson 9. Learn to predict behavior. Machiavelli's greatest message. He who builds on people builds on sand. Meaning, if you don't understand human nature, you will be blindsided again and again. Stoicism says, expect the world to behave as it always has. People repeat patterns. The ambitious will push. The insecure will envy. The weak will avoid conflict. The manipulative will test boundaries. The disloyal will betray under pressure. The generous will overextend. The selfish will take more than they give. Study people. Observe without judgment. Notice micro-behaviors. How they treat those who can't benefit them. How they react to your success. How they handle responsibility. How they speak when angry. How they behave when they think you're not watching. You're not judging, you're preparing. A person who understands patterns is impossible to deceive. Lesson 10. Play the long game. This is the highest form of dangerous intelligence. Machiavelli said great leaders plan far ahead. The Stoics said virtue requires patience. Here's the law. Right short-term emotions create long-term damage. Long-term thinking creates long-term power. Stop seeking instant validation, quick wins, emotional reactions, ego battles, temporary pleasure. Start seeking positioning, leverage, consistency, reputation, delayed gratification, skill, alignment, discipline. A person who thinks 5 years ahead will always defeat a person who thinks 5 minutes ahead. This is how you rise. This is how you separate yourself from the masses. This is how you become exceptional. Final motivational ending, the transformation. You don't need manipulation. You don't need cruelty. You don't need games. All you need is clarity. Clarity of your emotions. Clarity of your boundaries. Clarity of who you are. Clarity of how people behave. Clarity of what truly matters. Machiavelli teaches you about human nature. Stoicism teaches you about yourself. Combine the two, and you become something rare. A person who is both unshakable and strategic. A person who is both disciplined and intelligent. A person who cannot be manipulated, controlled, or broken. Most people wander through life blind. But you are waking up. You are seeing the world for what it is. You are learning the rules of power. You are mastering your emotions. You are sharpening your mind. You are becoming someone who cannot be used, deceived, or underestimated. You are stepping into the version of yourself you were always meant to become. Not a villain, not a victim, but a force. A calm, strategic, focused, unstoppable force. Now take these lessons, apply them ruthlessly, and watch your entire life transform. Because once you become dangerously smart, the world stops controlling you. You start controlling your world.